Republicans have lost the plot, but we've known this for quite some time. What really sucks is when you have Democrats aligning with these demons and even peddling their policy for them. And there is one senator who just stands above the rest, in a league of his own, you might say. And yep, we're talking about Senator John Fetterman, who was the sole Democratic vote blocking the Iran War Powers Resolution, which would have limited Trump's executive authority on the war. But of course, John Fetterman exists, so here we are. What extra blows is that there were 3 Republican senators who did vote to pass the resolution, and Fetterman still voted to block the bill because, according to him,
I'm the only Democrat effectively left in Congress to support epic fury.
And that's not even the half of it. There is so much to this guy that is just absolutely batshit nuts, including him being a ride or die hater of lab-grown meat, but we'll get to that a little bit later. First things first, let's take a look at this vote. Fetterman was the tiebreaker, and he voted in step with the Republicans. I mean, the guy must realize that his political career is just completely over, right? Or maybe he's just too dumb to even comprehend the situation that he has put himself in. The guy used to be so progressive, and that's why he gets so much hate for being such a conservative now, right? People were quick to jump on Fetterman's stupidity online, calling him out. One user saying, "I hate this useless ogre with every fiber of my being." Others posting some pictures of Fetterman being Trump's little dog or with a MAGA hat on. More wars, you know, I think he looks really cute. He looks like one of those little German boys with the big lollipop. He's like, "Und yes, I love Donald Trump." That's what he reminds me of right there. And then we have Kyle Kulinski saying he has literal brain damage and was bought by the Israel lobby and was the deciding vote in greenlighting the carpet bombing of more schools and hospitals. Even Michigan Senate primary candidate Abdul Al-Sayed is calling him an ogre. Take a look.
John Fetterman or Lindsey Graham?
At least Lindsey Graham is honest about who he is. John Fetterman's an ogre.
Yeah. John Fetterman is literal proof that brain damage does make you a conservative. If you know, you know. Fetterman has repeatedly gone on his favorite news network, Fox News, to talk about his undying support for Epic Fortnite, or, Epic Fail. Nope, what's it called? Epstein's Fury? You know what, close enough.
I'm the only Democrat effectively left in Congress to support epic fury. It's almost as if, we've forgotten on the Democratic side that the real enemy, the real threat, the real danger is Iran and its proxies too. And, every single Democrat, we want to break Iran. We make sure they never acquire a nuclear bomb.
He's so full of shit. You know what the real threat is? The real threat, it's more than Iran, more than anything, more than anyone practically, is the goddamn Republican Party, all right? They are the most dangerous force in American politics by far because their policy, their ideology, their worldview, their existence as a party has harmed America and Americans more than Iran. And you know what, that might be a hot take maybe, but the Republicans are systemically destroying this country. And this oaf, this absolute ogre is just lockstep marching along, skipping along, arm in step with Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell and all these psychotic Republicans who are actively ruining the country. Fetterman has gone full MAGA. Just take a look at this clip of him being chummy with his liberal buddy, Bill Maher, another pompous right-wing troglodyte, about how refreshing it is to have someone as open and honest as Donald Trump.
The honesty, as someone who loves honesty and has made my career about it as much as I could, there's some level of it where you tip your hat and you go, wow, total honesty. I think you're a horrible person, and I'm just going to say it.
The ultimate, the quiet piggy.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, hilarious. Just say you don't give a fuck anymore. It would honestly be so much easier and better for the rest of us if he was just honest. Take a note out of Trump's book. You love his honesty. Just be honest and say, okay, I'm a Republican. I hate the Democratic Party and I want it to fail, right? That is what he's doing here, right? It is shocking that this guy still calls himself a Democrat. He's like a Joe Manchin or a Kristen Sinema all over again. He's a spoiler candidate. And I wonder what happened to those two's political careers. I'm sure it went on to a blossoming, beautiful, thing. Oh yeah, that's right, because it doesn't fucking work. Dying on this hill, being these centrist corporate Democrats doesn't work. That's why the Democratic Party is so unpopular, and especially dying on this hill of the Iran war is so strange. It is such an unpopular issue, even with the ogre-in-chief, Joe Rogan, who had this to say about it.
So most people in America do not support this war. It's the large percentage of people think it was a bad idea.
What are your thoughts?
I don't think it's a good idea.
Why?
But because first of all, it doesn't seem to have a clear resolution, right? It's like we went over there because we were told that they were very close to developing a nuclear weapon. But if you paid attention to what Netanyahu has said over the last few decades, it's always been they're a year away, they're 2 months away, they're whatever it is.
Even Joe Rogan, who has Trump's nuts constantly in his mouth, has time to spit them out to talk shit about the war. But John Fetterman can't even do that. Right? And on top of all of that, the guy is such a freaking nutcase. Just take a look at this interaction that he had with, again, his liberal darling Bill Maher about his obsession with lab-grown meat being like the Antichrist or a crime against humanity or something. Take a look.
But you want to ban it? I mean, shouldn't people have the right to eat it?
It's like actively. I mean, if people have a chance to prevent that, but overall, for me, I think someone that's really. I mean, we are just, I thought, the really highly processed food. I mean, that's exactly the essence of that.
Dynamite argument, Mr. Fetterman. Just dynamite work. Well, you have to, you look at it and it's bad. And if you, it's processed. If I was on Mars, I would eat, it's bad. Like, what the fuck is he even saying here? That's a sitting U.S. senator, right? Mumbling on and on about how much he doesn't like lab-grown meat. Some weird, strange thing to die on, right? When scientists and magicians figure out how to do this and how to mass-produce lab-grown meat, why wouldn't we do that? Right? I'm not even a vegan or a vegetarian or anything. I'm a meat enjoyer. I am an enjoyer of meat. But I don't have a problem with switching to lab-grown once it becomes a viable alternative. What's the argument in favor of it beyond just maybe some jobs? But like, I don't know. I don't see it. The guy is just such a weird and negative force on the Democratic Party and America as a whole. He once proclaimed all of these progressive and socialist principles and policies, and then he had a stroke and became a Republican, right? The guy is a bygone era of Democrats, right? He's trying to be this spoiler candidate. He's trying to be this centrist candidate, this Joe Manchin kind of guy. But the party has to move away from Democrats like that. They have to move away from candidates like that. And they kind of already are. The Democrats need to be fighting Republicans with everything that they have. And today they may have actually taken a very big step in that battle.
Jeffries and his allies have designed plans for the next 2 years to push Democratic-held states to set aside nonpartisan redistricting rules or gerrymander even more aggressively. And they're willing to put an uncomfortable spotlight on members of their own party to do it. It's quite literally the Trump playbook in order to try to get these blue states to change their rules.
Okay, a few quick things to break down here. Number one, I hate Dana Bash and how the way she's like marketing this like, oh, that's a step out of Trump's playbook, which is bad. And it's like, okay, enough of the bullshit, all right? Trump broke the system over his knee for the past 10 years and made the country what he wanted it to be. So fuck that, right? Fuck him, fuck that. The Democrats need to break the system to take it back. But number two, this is actually very good policy and something that needs to be done. A very good decision by the Democrats because 2026, it'll be very hard to redistrict these things very quickly, unless your name is Louisiana and then you don't care and you throw out 40,000 ballots. But 2028, there is still plenty of time for that. And the Democrats need to be focusing on that, right? The Republicans have opened this Pandora's box of redistricting, right? They started it. They've been gerrymandering. The Democrats have been too, but the Republicans especially for years. And the Democrats are taking this opportunity to make senators like John Fetterman obsolete. Flood the playing field with blue. That is what has to be done. And that is what Jeffries is talking about here. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but good on Hakeem Jeffries for this one, right? More fight like that, more actual pushes against this fascist administration, and we may have a fighting shot. We may be just all right. But I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw in this video, be sure to leave a like down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to share your support. And hey, also leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts about this and more down below. So do all that and have a great day. I'm Iago Lashua. Goodbye.